Hello, everybody. That's not standing with me, that's hiding behind your piano again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stage door for Show One of Showtime 2025. We're so delighted to be presenting new and emerging musical theatre to you for another year. Yes! I have to say straight off the bat, a huge thank you to the Arts Council for making this possible. It's exciting to be back, isn't it?
Nice to be back again.
For those who don't know, my name is Kevin Jones, this is Teddy Clements, and we are one half, or perhaps 2/4, of Aardvarks Can't Jump Productions, alongside Steph and Becky. Steph can be bothered to turn up, Becky is here somewhere. She is working, yeah. We are a theatre production company based here in Southampton, and we specialise in promoting and producing new musical theatre. Just to clear up any misunderstandings though, the name of the company is not a statement of fact. Aardvarks can in fact jump. Yeah, we kind of found that out after we named it, but it's fine, doesn't matter. Showtime is a collaboration with the Stage Door as part of their superb So Stage Door series, which also includes new theatre, as well as brilliant opportunities for young people to get up and perform live. If you haven't already, please check out the range of events they have coming up on their website. It's really cool, actually. It's a really, really exciting series of events. This year for Showtime, we're also really excited to be joined by Mayflower Theatres as a co-producer, and we're very grateful for their support. Thank you very much, although, again, I don't think they're here tonight. Don't do a show on a bank holiday. As part, right, sorry. Now, you're going to hear me say this quite a lot of times. I'm going to apologise now, and we'll just all get over it together. As part of our support from the Arts Council, we need to collect some feedback from you guys. You will notice on your tables there are some QR codes. Please, if you can, scan those and follow the link to the survey. Thank you. That's the first time I've mentioned it. You can play bingo on how many times I'll mention it later on. Right, I have a question for you all. How many people here have been to Showtime before? Yeah. Okay. How many have been to something similar, like a new musical theatre night? Okay, there's a handful. And how many of you have never been to anything like this before and are just getting early seats for drag brunch? Nearly. Interesting. Okay, well, either way, tonight you are in for a treat. We have a live band. Not got a radio mic, can't do that. We have a fantastic cast, and we have 4 wonderful writing teams who will be presenting their work just for you. So, let me introduce you first to our wonderful percussionist, Jonathan Ferguson. And for our first show back, we're also very excited to present an all-female led lineup of writers. And also an all-female cast, which is very exciting. So please, put your hands together for our performers. Liberty Buckland. Sorry, you don't have to come up. Yeah, sorry, I should have explained that bit first. Abigail Fancourt. Lesley Hall. And Lydia Shaw. Okay, and tonight's writers are, you're going to meet them all later, but I'm going to just tell you who they are right now. We have Zorab and Higgins. We have Tamiko, Dooley and Cathy Farmer. Alice May. And Arney, Mackenwells and Pinnock. We will have songs from shows about secrets and love, life after graduation, the first all-ladies fire brigade, and a sci-fi glitch feminist riot group chat reboot of Civilization. There you go. Looking forward to that one. So without further waffle from me, probably a bit more, let's bring up our first writers for you to meet. Please welcome to the stage Olivia Zorab and Martin Higgins. Oh, and we have 2 mics. We can borrow 2 mics. Reese, we're going to have the green one and the yellow one.
Amazing. Hi.
Hello. This is how scripted this is.
Fabulous, okay.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, Kevin. Well, I'm doing really well, thank you. Martin, how are you doing?
You should read the next one.
Welcome to Showtime.
Thank you.
So first of all, tell us about you. When
Yep.
did you start writing and when did you first work together?
Amazing. So we started writing together. Martin and I come from quite different musical backgrounds. So I come from, actually, I do a lot of theme park music and sort of cinematic film music, that sort of world. And Martin, you're very film-based,
So
originally?
I do a lot of work in film, behind the scenes, orchestration, that kind of thing, and also a lot in theatre, again, orchestration. So not too much creative writing until I met you.
And I had an enormous project writing all of the music for Lost Kingdom at Portland Sparks. So it was my whole job for 6 months just to write dinosaur music, and I was sweating buckets about finishing it, and I needed some help. So I recruited some help from a great company I found in London, and that turned out to be Martin and Jack. We collaborated on getting that over the line, thank God, and we did, and that was great. And then it turned out that we both loved musical theatre. So I was writing a show at the time with in and around you guys.
I may or may not have
Yeah,
been
it was really
involved in
good fun. And Martin came on board as an orchestrator, so I was very much sort of lyrics and melody, a bit of harmony, and Martin was very much orchestration, and we loved working together. So we worked together on that, workshopped it with you guys, it was great fun, and then we got invited to do a movie musical, didn't we? And we just decided that we loved working together so much we would give it a go quite bravely together at writing, and we haven't really looked back since, have we? So, that was
So today you're presenting songs from a new project,
Yeah.
newish project, based on a pretty well-known film,
Yeah.
Love, Simon. For those who don't know the story, give us a little bit of a rundown.
amazing. I'm going to hand over to Martin because he actually came to me with the idea for this one.
So if you don't know the story, it's a coming-of-age story about a gay kid in high school, and he doesn't have control of the story getting out. And so he ends up betraying and backstabbing his friends, kind of unintentionally, to avoid his secret coming out. At the same time, there is another kid at that school that comes out as gay anonymously on the Creek Secrets post. You will hear about that in a minute. And he basically spends his time trying to find out who this other kid is, because they start a bit of a pen-pal connection, not really knowing who each other is, but falling in love. And then it all culminates in a big number on the Ferris wheel, which again, you will hear more of in about 15 minutes.
Excellent. What was it about this story that particularly appealed?
For me, I think it's set in high school, the later years of high school, and we all know those are the best years of our lives, right? So, and so anybody in high school, whatever you're going through, there's stuff to identify with, and there was something in the comfort of building a relationship without actually knowing the person. It's sometimes easier to reveal secrets about yourself and share more about yourself with someone who you haven't known for a long time. And I think that's something which really resonated with me. You know, when you go to university, you get to introduce yourself as someone completely new, and nobody knows who you were before. And I think that was a really interesting part of the story that I took on. And then I showed it to you. And of course, we read the book as well, which it's based on. I bought it you for your birthday to make sure you read it. And then yeah, the rest is what we did.
I was going to say, how do you approach, when it is such a known entity, how do you kind of approach writing a musical?
Carefully.
It was a tricky one. It was a real exercise because we have usually done new concept musicals. This was our first foray into doing like an adaptation, which partly comes from, I guess, as a creative team, you can't always generate a new story. Some people come to you with them. It's to do with sort of inspiration, and that was just a natural source of inspiration for us. So it was our first adaptation, wasn't it, that we had to
And
do.
interestingly with this one, so I was on my way to a wedding, and I was early, so I rang Olivia and I was like, by the way, have you had a look through? And we had both independently looked through the story and come up with about 30 song ideas, and it turned out that 28 of them were pretty much the exact same idea, even with the exact same title in some cases.
Yeah.
So we knew we were on the same page with this, and then we kind of got together and started the writing process for it.
Amazing. So this is a question that I'm going to ask everyone pretty much. What stage are you at, and what are you hoping to achieve in the future with the show?
So this one's a really a tricky one. We took this on in lockdown as a sort of part of a writing exercise, I suppose. We wanted to look at like the concept of what if so-and-so was a musical, and we did lots of writing based on that premise, and it was like crazy things and this sort of thing. We also wanted to write something a bit more pop-orientated than MT, usually quite kind of classically MT. That was really hard to do, amazingly difficult to write something more simple, and a really good writing exercise for us. We did then pursue the rights, obviously, directly with the writer, and then it was with Fox at the time, it turned out. Since then, it's transferred over to Disney because of Love Victor, which is great that the franchise is going well, but obviously you've sort of got to start all again with picking that up. So at the moment, it is what it is, and we're seeing how far we can take it. But the song should stand in, other than one, which is obviously blindingly obvious. The other two should stand as songs in their own independent right, based on what Martin said. We always like to write, not sort of from a story-specific point of view, but from the part of the story that everybody can relate to. So hopefully 2 of these songs do achieve that. And one of them will never get away with anywhere else, so that's it.
Well, so we're doing 3 songs today.
Yeah.
We're doing Creek Secrets,
Yeah.
we're doing Turn Out the Lights, and we're doing Stuck on a Ferris Wheel. Can you tell us a bit about each of those? Can you set them up for us?
Of course again, yeah.
So Greek Secrets is, it's the IP that's in the movie. It's the name of the board where people write gossip they've heard, or they post anonymous secrets just to kind of get it off their chest. It's not all good, it's not all heartfelt, but it's, I think you'll find out more about this song. There's a lot of gossip, but that is where our main character, Simon, sees the post about the other gay kid and starts thinking, oh, there's someone else like me, I wonder who this is. Do you want to do this?
And then, so just turn out the lights. Livy's going to do for us, amazing. And this is a song, so during the film, and also the book, Simon has a best friend, Leah, who actually doesn't know that he's gay. So they have this amazing best friend relationship, and they have a sleepover. And he confides, I think she says something to the tune
She says, do you ever think you're destined to love one person so much that it almost kills you?
Yeah. And she's talking about Simon. He says yes, thinking they're sort of half sharing this unnamed secret. And this is a really beautiful song that we love, which is about the sleepover that they have. Simon falls asleep, and she envisages, as the light comes up through the window, and we sort of saw it with kind of sort of shadow puppetry on the walls, she sees their whole relationship play out in a kind of dream sequence that can obviously never be if the lights go out. So that's the premise of that song. And Ferris Wheel, which Super Lydia is taking on for us, even though it's a tenor male solo. And she has done such a good job. She's absolutely rock star with it. Do you want to say about Ferris Wheel?
Yeah, so this was born out of the concept of feeling that everybody else has got their life together, and you feel like you're stuck and you don't know how to get to where you want to be. And the Ferris Wheel is a very poignant thing in the show, because towards the end of the show, Simon writes on this message board, I really want to meet who you are. I don't care who it is, but I'm going to be riding the Ferris wheel all night. Come and share a ride with me. And then the finale is waiting to see who shows up for the Ferris wheel ride.
Thank you so much. So, to sing Creek Secrets, we'll have the entire cast. Singing Turn Out the Lights will be Liberty, and Stuck on a Ferris Wheel will be sung by Lydia. Please make a big noise for Olivia and Martin.
Morning, Si. How was your weekend?
Yeah, fine. You ready for another week at Creekwood High?
Always. Creek Secrets went wild this weekend. Did you read about this?
Didn't see it coming.
Did you know it was her the next day she was gone? Did you read
read up last night
about this?
Didn't see
Never saw that
it coming.
Did you know
Never knew, didn't think
it was him I saw it on? Creek Secrets is the place you post about the people you like or don't like the most. Creek Secrets is the place to share A story you heard, though you weren't even there. You can hide behind a secret identity. Confide a little something anonymously. You'll learn to a greater or lesser degree. Just what they think if they knew that about me. New post, everyone. Did you hear?
We heard that was the latest.
Didn't they?
Can't believe they didn't
They
notice.
noticed. Did you send
They think
it over? I'll post it now. It's done. Should it be?
Should've kept it all
a secret? Would it be?
They would have known
the first time. Could they be?
Giving their bones, pretending it's true.
It's on Creek Secrets is the place you post about the people you like or don't like the most. Creek Secrets is the place to share a story you heard, though you weren't even there. We all hide behind a secret identity. Confide a little something anonymously. You'll learn to a greater or lesser degree. Just what they think if they knew that about me. Have you seen the new post?
No what? Oh my God, I'm never getting back in that pool again.
No, about the closeted gay kid at school. Yeah, I saw it on. 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 Creek Secrets is the place you post about the people you like or don't like the most. Creek Secrets is the place to share a story you heard, though you weren't even there. We all hide behind a secret identity. Confide a little something anonymously. You'll learn to a greater or lesser degree. Just what they think if they knew that about me.
Is it real? I don't know, don't believe what I'm reading. Could this be the first time someone just like me? Who could you be?
Without a moon that's shining bright? How do you see in the darkness without a star to break the night? How do you climb a mountain when it stands at such a height? With a million miles between us, would you just turn out the light? When the night comes up, light from my cast 1,000 little shadows on the wall. As the light comes up, they move in circles. You and me, we're dancing on the wall. If I were to tell you, would it break the first frontier? Would the sun come up too soon and make the shadows disappear? How do you cross the ocean without a moon that's shining bright? How do you see in the darkness without a star to break the night? How do you climb a mountain when it stands at such a height? With a million miles between us, would you just turn out? Just turn out
Some people make it look easy. They know the game by design. For just the 2 cents that they put in, they win a prize every time. And some people make it seem simple. They never even think twice. They leap with both feet and jump right in and never wait for advice. But when I try it on for size, jump on the right, begin to rise. Soaring up, but the higher I go, the further I'm going to fall. I'm left spinning around in this in-between, not going anywhere at all. It's so surreal, stuck on this Ferris wheel. Some people live in the moment. It's all a game that they play. They'd risk it all on the toss of a coin. All that exists is today. Some people live for adventure, ever pursuing the thrill. People like me, we just watch from the side. Blindly we follow the drill. But when I try it on for size, jump on the right, begin to rise. Soaring up, but the higher I go, the further I'm going to fall. I'm left spinning around in this in-between, not going anywhere at all. Don't know what's real, stuck on this Ferris wheel, on this Ferris wheel. The wheel keeps turning and turning around. The world keeps turning and turning around. But the further I fall, the higher I rise. And when I'm near 50 feet in the air, soaring up, but the higher I go, the further I'm going to see. The view from the top, like the world's laid out, like it's been put there only for me. For a moment I feel free. When I'm right at the top of this Ferris wheel.
It didn't go anywhere recently. They trust me with tech sometimes as well. Wow, that was incredible. Thank you so much, Olivia and Martin. That was brilliant. Whew. So I'm going to go off script. Dangerous, very dangerous. But I didn't explain at the beginning how this kind of works. I realised that. So we ask 4 incredible writers or writing teams to come and give us their amazing music, and we're incredibly lucky, and people do that. And so they give us that about 3 weeks out. We tend to get that. 3 or 4 weeks out, we tend to get that. Teddy does a lot of work and works out which ones he can play. No, I'm kidding. Works out we're kind of together. We work out what fits well together, and we pick 3 of the however many they've given us. We then give this amazing cast, we give them material 2 weeks out, and they practice at home. And the first time we saw, well, I mean, we potentially met these people before, but the first time we all got together was this morning at 10 o'clock. So we rehearsed everything today, all the way through. I say we, not, so anyone who's been here before, I'm usually sat there sometimes, most of the time. Today we decided that, because we don't have the third member of the band, we decided that maybe we'd get a better drummer in. So we did that, and I wrote a script, which is unusual for anyone who's been here before. It normally sounds like this, with a lot of ums and ers and oh dear. So yes, so we got together, 10 o'clock this morning, we put all this together. So these guys have not worked together on this at all before today. This is all very new and exciting and brand new. So I'm going to warn you now, there may be a time during the show where it doesn't go quite right, and we might stop, and we might start again. That's what the night's about. That's what it's all, that's why we're here. It's for the writers, basically, not for really anybody else. Okay, we're going to go back on script now because that was dangerous. Right, so now it is time for our second writer of the evening. If you had the pleasure of watching episode 2 of series 3 of The Piano on Channel 4, the one in Brighton, you would have seen one of the next pair of writers, although only one is here tonight. For those who don't know, The Piano is a show where brilliant pianists perform in front of Mika and John Batiste, so no pressure, Teddy. Please welcome to the stage, Tamiko, Dooley. I got one here, it's fine. Yeah, because we didn't remember to take them back with us, did we?
Thank you.
That's all right. See, now you get to see as well how incredibly scripted this is. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me. It's such an honour. Thank
Very
you.
welcome. You may recognise some of these questions as well. Please tell us a bit about you. When did you start writing? Have you always worked with your writing partner? And also, how does your writing partnership work?
Great, thank you. Yeah, so I'm Tamiko Dooley. I'm a songwriter, published poet, and also a lawyer. And I won the BBC Radio 3 Carol competition in 2021, and I thought maybe I should try writing songs. So before that, I'd just done a bit of poetry. So since 2021, I started writing a bit, and then earlier last year, I joined ATG's musical theatre writing group in Surrey. And that's been amazing because we meet every 2 weeks, and we're encouraged to bring as many songs as we want. And we've got a show coming on soon with the songs that we've all written during the year. But yeah, that's really encouraged me to, meet the community and meet other amazing writers and get to know everybody and have my songs workshops. So yeah, and then Cathy Farmer, who does book and lyrics, and I do music and lyrics. She's been a friend of mine for many years, but we only started writing together maybe a couple of months ago when I said, do you want to try writing a script? She was like, all right, and then she did. I was like, great. So since then, we started working together, and we just have a really good time. And yes, that's how it goes. So I generally will just write a song, and then she'll do the next, and I'm like, I need a rap in there, and then she'll write the rap. So yes, there's rapping. Yeah, maybe a spoken word. I don't know, but yeah.
Now, I think Flyology, which is the
Yes.
show you're presenting, Work from Tonight, has an amazing description that I don't think I'm going to do justice. So I'm going to let you do that.
Thank you so much.
However, I do love this description of the style.
Yes.
So get ready for this. It's think Book of Mormon meets Six meets Black Mirror.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a dark dystopian thriller. Yes. Shall I talk about
yes,
Flyology?
please, yeah.
Okay, it's like a sci-fi musical. So what happens when a tech bro tries to reboot civilization and he accidentally uploads 3 dead women, Ada Lovelace, Ethel Smythe, and Emmeline Pankhurst? They have unresolved issues. So it's chaotic, it's queer forward, and it has pigeon-based revolution. So there you go.
I didn't even know that bit.
That's new. Yeah, that's new.
I'm also fascinated by the audience interaction element.
Yes.
So you talked about this. About
We have a sort of Zuckerberg-style tech bro, and the show is him pitching his new simulation for the world. So he's doing a live pitch, and then we also have another character who's the computer, and it's sort of a breakdown live on stage as he's trying to pitch, and then we have these 3 women who have somehow got into the simulation. They're trying to break it down. So That's what's happening in the show.
So we've mentioned the tech element,
Yes.
but of course there's also the historical element. Did you get to spend hours researching these incredible?
Yeah, it all started when I joined this musical theatre writing group, and because it's in Surrey, we wanted to write a show about Surrey, written by people from Surrey. So I, of course, was like drawn to like strong female stories from Surrey. And I discovered Ethel Smythe and Emmeline Pankhurst and Ada Lovelace all came from there. So I was drawn to writing lots of songs for them. And then we were also looking at sort of the H.G. Wells story, because that was also based at Woking in Surrey. And we thought, instead of H.G. Wells and the time-travelling machine and the women, how about we have like a modern take on it with a tech bro? So the story kind of developed like that with Cathy. But yeah, it's been really fun. We say it's not a historic telling of these three women's stories. If like, you know, Fantastically Great Women is like the school trip, Flyology is the protest that hijacks the coach. It's like taking over, destroying everything. It's very chaotic, it's very messy. That's what happens.
I like that. So what stage are you at, and what are you hoping for in the future of the show?
Well, we're very grateful for this. This is huge to have this. So thank you very much for putting this on here. This week we have 2 shows in London, in 83 Rivington Street, which is in a big industrial space in Shoreditch. We're also taking over a piano shop, because I met someone on a train who owns a piano shop, and I said, can I put on my show in your piano shop? And he said, yes. Thank you, Simon Markson. Turns out he's besties with Jules Holland, so he might be there. Anyway, so anywhere that will have us, we will do it. So we're also doing musical bites. We got musical bites at the other palace, so we're going to do a showcase there. And also, there's a law firm called Mishcon de Rea, and they're having a big Pride Summer event this year, so we're going to perform there, so that should be fun as well.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So we're doing 3 songs from Flyology again.
We are.
Do I Care, performed by
Do I
Abby and
Dare?
Liberty.
Yeah.
Sorry, Do I
Sorry.
Dare? Oh, yeah.
Although maybe Do I Care is actually quite a good twist. Okay. I might change that. Yeah, thank you.
It's good that I found the first typo and it's in the title of the song. Very pleased about that. So that's going to be performed by Abby and Liberty. The Storm, performed by Lesley, and Flyology, performed by Lesley, Liberty, and Lydia.
Yes.
We went for all the L's in this cast.
Yeah, lots of L's.
Can you tell us a brief bit about each of those songs?
Yes. Okay, so Do I Dare is when Ethel Smythe and Emmeline Pankhurst go out to try and fix the simulation. What's going on here? Why are they there? And as they're going out to investigate together, they start to wonder if the spark between them is strategy or if there's something more between them. Historical note, we do know that Ethel Smythe, who was a queer composer and suffragette, she did actually share a bed with Emmeline Pankhurst, so that's sort of based on history, well, not fact, but based on history. So it's sort of a tender, story of queer longing from that time, where these 2 women feel something for each other, but it's not sort of openly expressed at that point. The next song was The Storm. Yes, so Ada Lovelace is working on her own, and she's trying to fix the glitch on her own. But she has this sort of like chaotic mind, and she has coding and heartbreak, and there's a lot going on. So she's trying to work that out, and it's sort of her powerhouse ballad that she sings for herself. And Flyology is the encore number at the end of the show. We were talking about it being interactive with the audience, so you sort of they come out of the show and we think the show's over, but then we have a sort of encore number, which is Flyology. And this is really like a call to arms. It's like a musical uprising, and it's saying the core of the show is make your mark, make some art, make people love what you do, be proud of what you make. So it's like whatever it is, whether it's messy, show who you are and show people that you have something for them to listen to.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank
Tamiko.
you. Thank you very
and
much.
of course, Cathy as well.
Yes, thanks, Cathy.
Please welcome to the stage Abby and Liberty to sing Do I Dare from Flyology.
Do I dare to dream there's something more? That our words breathe life like they never have before? Am I seeing color or black and white? Is a fire burning bright? Do I dare to dream I'm right? The stars have shown our fates to intertwine, and I'll soon caress your complexion fair. Do I dare? Do I dare? Do I dare to I fall on my knees, I pray to the sky, the thunder roars, but there's no reply. The lightning blinds, birds tumble through the air. I'm crying out for help, but no one's there. When will the rain be gone? When will the land be dry, so I can see the world again? 'Cause this girl needs to fly. Or will the skies be blue, so I can find my way to you? Pick up the pieces of a broken heart. Pick up the pieces of my mind. Repair the segments as they fall apart. Rebuild the parts I left behind. We are all daughters and sisters in arms, and I know if we reach for the sky, we'll help each other grow. Every time darkness surrounds in a storm, I'll see you'll be standing there, watching over me. When will the rain be gone? Or when the land be dry, so I can see the world again? 'Cause this girl needs to fly. When will the skies be blue, so I can find my way to you? Believe in yourself. Trust the mechanics of your mind. Listen to the voice they've all aligned. The answer lies concealed. Unfold each one in turn. Forget the rules they wrote. Let them burn. When will the rain be gone? When will the land be dry, so I can see the world again? 'Cause this girl needs to fly. When will the skies be blue, so I can find my way to you? There's a bird in the sky, floating high above these lands. It's a place you can go where no one understands. Full of dreams, full of hope. It's a world
imagination starts to soar, to be free from restraints that tie us down before. We'll ascend through the air, watch us spread our wings for the cloud with no boundaries and no kings. Why don't we fly away? Let's take to the skies. If the flock flies as one, an exultation will rise. Stay close, stay warm, together keep the chorus strong. There's a cloud where we dream that we belong. They built the books, they wrote the laws, signed their names, stamped their cause, stacked the deck, set the stage, scratched us out and turned the page.
No name, no voice, no ink, no space. Took the crown, took the fight, took the path, took our place. We built the walls, we lit the light. They took the credit, called it right. No statues, no stories, no seat at the table. No record, no credit, no mark on the label. What they forget is the past isn't still. Erase us once, we'll come back twice as real.
They wrote us out, so we write it back. Ink like venom and blade like wax.
We don't fade, we don't obey. We fly, we fight, we don't go away. Three girls from Surrey, dragged through time. If history doesn't hold us, we'll carve it into every line. There's a cloud in the sky, floating high above these lands. You can go when no one understands. Dreams of hope, it's a world that's brand new. As we fly from a home that's torn in two. Why don't we
They built the books, they wrote the laws, signed their names, stamped their cause, stacked the deck, set the stage, scratched us out and turned the page. No name, no voice, no ink, no space. Took the crown, took the fight, took the path, took our place. We built the walls, we lit the light. They took the credit, called it right.
Why don't we fly away? Let's take to the skies. If the flock flies as one, an exultation will rise. Stay close, stay warm, together keep the chorus strong. There's a cloud where we dream that we belong.
Right. Seems daft to walk all the way up here with the script. Just say, that's it, folks. No, that's the end of Act 1. We will be back after a break with 2 more fabulous writers' materials. Go, get yourselves a drink, tell the last 2 writers how great their work is, scan the QR code and complete surveys, and we will be back here in 20 minutes. Mine's a doom bar, please. Thanks very much. It's all right, that took me by surprise as well. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? I hope you're all suitably refreshed and imbibed. I mean, for some. Did you all fill the surveys in yet? Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm sorry to keep asking, but we really do want to keep doing these nights. Selfishly, it's really fun. But also, it is, I think, and writers do tell us if we're wrong, I think it's a vital resource for these composers. So please Yeah, everything you can do, that would be amazing. Now, for those who have been to one of these before, you'll know what happens now. This is the point of the show where Teddy allows me to get on my soapbox. It's early days in the series, though, this year. It's the first one. So I'm not that angry yet. And to be honest, right now, it feels like things are looking quite good for musical theatre in the UK. We have... and I talked about this like all year last year, but we have Benjamin Button deservedly winning Olivier's left and right. Operation Mincemeat has extended its run again. That's great. And that's just the West End right now. Still say a lot of ums because I can't turn the page quick enough. There seems to be, as well, to be more excitement waiting in the wings. I mean, if tonight is anything to go by, that is obvious, really. What's great about British-made musicals doing so well is it encourages people to support writers and creatives more at earlier stages like this. It also means that spaces are being made for new British-made work in our biggest theatres, both in London and regionally. I might be in the minority, but when Phantom closed on the West End, I promise this isn't, for those who've been before, I promise this isn't another round of Lord bashing. But when Phantom did close, I was quite excited. Not because the show closed. Like, I don't like seeing people out of work. That's not what it's about. But actually because that meant there was a theatre going spare that could host something brand new, something new and exciting. When it was announced that it was opening again, I was a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest. I get it though. Phantom is great. It brings in the tourists. But I would love to see yet another new creator-driven show open up and do really well. I'm bored of jukebox shows, or massive. No, I've just realised what I'm going to say. Sorry. Or massive Disney spin-offs. Although I know there are several people here. Yeah, it was a big fail. Although I know there are several people here who are a little bit excited about Hercules. Yeah, I know. But we just can't have too many of those shows, though. The West End isn't just for the tourists, it is a cultural hub. We have to be careful. It's like a theatre descending into only having tribute acts. Plaza. Eventually, people will stop seeing it for what it should be. A place to be the best theatrical experiences possible. Yeah, I thought you would. Musical theatre, I just realised I'm responding to you, no one can hear what you're saying. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, you knew. Musical theatre quickly gets tarred with the tired old brush of being frivolous, fun, and unworthy of being recognised as an important cultural art form. Musicals can be about anything with any style of music. They can make you cry, they can change your perceptions, and yeah, they can make you smile. They are worthy, though, of being considered important art. Thank you so much for being here to celebrate the new and exciting. Please continue to take risks and try new things. Anyway, let's move on to something new and exciting. Please welcome to the stage our next writer, Alice May. Oh, can we have a mic for Alice? What we got? Green.
Hello.
Hi, Alice.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for being here.
It's all right.
I wrote that.
Yeah.
I bet you can guess what my first question is.
Surprise.
Tell us about you. When did you start writing? What inspired you to start? And who are your main influences?
So I originally started as a singer-songwriter, mainly in pop, and I went full-time at 18, very nerve-wrackingly and much to my parents' disappointment. And I did 2 years as a singer-songwriter, and then I decided to go to uni to learn a little bit more, so I did a songwriting degree, graduated in June, first-class honours.
You didn't get put off by...
That I did finish the course before I started working with him. So, and then I basically paid for my student house for a month and didn't have anything to do, so decided to start writing a musical, which I'd never done with no previous experience, and now here we are. So yeah, my main influences are very kind of folky pop music artists rather than musical theatre. So it's all like the Taylor Swift, Noah Kahan, Lawrence, Jonah Keegan, all of that kind of stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lawrence. You saw me wearing that top today. Sorry, so never mind. Excellent. Thank you so much. Now, your show is The Graduates. It follows the lives of a group of friends clinging on to wonderful memories, but also trying to forge forward in their lives post-university. Is that a fair description?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think you nail on the head
Good.
there.
So what made you want to write this story?
I, being a graduate myself, I didn't really know what to do. So I just started writing songs, and they kind of wrote themselves into a story, which is a really bad answer, but they just did. So that's that.
Excellent. So are the characters and the events, are they based on your own experiences, or?
There are some that are kind of loosely based on things that I've experienced in the industry. I think going into the industry at 18, having no idea what to do with no real musical background, you kind of come into contact with a lot of different people and a lot of different experiences. So I've kind of put some of those in there as well.
Absolutely. So what stage are you at, and what are you hoping for the future of the show?
So we're still very early on. We've done 2 workshops so far, and we have our opening night in 7 days at Chichester Fringe. There are still some tickets left, so please buy them. And yeah, we're hoping to do a mini UK tour in February and March, and we're just deciding some venues and getting casts sorted, so yeah.
Amazing. For this performance, though, we have the whole cast performing the audition. Then Abby will sing Cage Bird, and finally Lesley will perform More. Can you tell us about each of those songs and that set the scene?
Yeah, of course. So the audition song is kind of the first time you really understand what the 2 characters, Evelyn and Gianna, want to do with their life. And they go to an audition, and it's kind of an internal monologue of what you have to go through when you're doing an audition. And Gianna inevitably does very well and kind of hits all her marks and gets everything right. And Evelyn, unfortunately, kind of doesn't go very well. And then we go into Cage Bird, which is Gianna's Act 2 solo, where she's got this job that she auditioned for. And she's basically got fired from this job, and she's kind of expressing what she's experienced in the industry and kind of the negative impacts that she's had on her career, and it's like a decision whether she wants to carry on or not. And then More is Evelyn's solo in Act 2, and it's the moment when you kind of look at your life and you think, this is not at all where I want to be in life, and I want more than this, and I thought I was going to be more than this. So yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Alice. Please welcome back to the stage the whole cast to sing the audition from The Graduates.
Take a deep breath, cause I got this and I want it, so I'll make it work no matter what I do. It will pay off all the training, all the late nights, all the money spent and hours gone by. I'll make them put their faith in me. They'll choose me. My name will be up in lights. They'll choose me, and everything will be alright.
everything will be alright.
They'll want me, and it'll be better than I dreamed.
They'll want me, they'll pick me, they'll choose. Oh no, they'll choose me, and it will be at their last. They'll choose me, and everything will be alright. They'll want me, it will be better than I dreamed. They'll want me, they'll make me, they'll choose. That's why they should put their faith in, put their faith in me.
Let the cage bird sing what she's been given when they clipped her wings. Let the words fall out of dark gray clouds that have been gathering. And I don't know how far I'll go bad nights, sunsets and kissing in red lights. But I got you. I wanted more. I wanted more. I'll take it all back, all that you made me feel. 'Cause we were never nothing, it was too good to be real. So tell me, baby, how do you want this to end? 'Cause we can never now go back to being friends. I wanted more. I wanted more.
Wrong side of the stage. Hello. Fantastic. Thank you again, Alice May. Right, you two. I'm not putting these in again. You don't want to know what they're saying in my ears. Now, we've come to our final writers of the night. I know. I was hoping for a bit more than that, but I know, it's a shame, but what an amazing night. So, let's continue that on. Please, can I welcome to the stage Jenny Pinnock.
Sorry.
Every time I forget. Every single time. Okay. Reese Green.
I can see how this is going, yeah?
Yeah. Do you want to read this? Right. Hello, welcome. Yeah. So you are 1/3 of
I am.
The writing partnership, Arney, Mackenwells and Pinnock.
I am indeed.
Sadly, Helen and Brian can't be here tonight, but we did get to see Helen and her lovely kids for rehearsal. They were literally dancing around the room. It was very funny. So tell us about you individually and also the partnership and how that all works.
Okay, so I'm a composer. I come from a classical background, but I've always loved musicals, so I don't know why I didn't put the two together sooner. But I started dipping my toe into a few musical theatre projects and then thought, this is the way I should be going. I adore musical theatre. And while delving into some projects, I met up with Helen. I came across Helen through Mercury Musical Developments. And we hit it off straight away, tried writing a couple of things together to check we got on and wouldn't kill each other, and we did, so all was good there. And then she said, I've had this fantastic idea about a show about a fire brigade and about Hertha Ayrton, who is this physicist she's been writing about and talking about and speaking about for years.
Amazing. So today we're, as you said, we're presenting 3 shows from your show, the Cambridge First All Ladies Fire Brigade.
Bit of a mouthful, yes.
So can you please tell us about the show?
So the show follows Hertha Ayrton, who is this physicist that many people haven't heard of. She was around 1880s in Girton College, which is where the musical's set. And she became one of the country's leading physicists. She invented the electric arc, which revolutionised lighting systems, street lights, and made them much more safe. And she invented the Ayrton fan, which took gas out of the trenches in World War I. So she was amazing, and nobody's heard of her. And she studied at Girton College in Cambridge, one of the first ladies to study there. And while they studied there, they weren't going to be awarded degrees like their male counterparts, they were just there to learn. And while they were there, a fire started up in a nearby field, and they had to improvise and put it out, and they went, do you know what, we should start our own fire brigade. So this is a true story. Hertha was there, she set up the first all-female fire brigade in Cambridge. The other 4 characters, we've got Charlotte, Annie, Ida, and Ethel. We've only got 3 of them, the others coming tonight. They were all also at Girton, Cambridge at different times, so we've kind of taken their stories and pushed them together because they're a lovely band. But most of them are fire brigade members.
Amazing. So now, cards on the table. We have worked with Helen before on one of these, and on a different project. But I know that science is quite a major passion of hers. I think that's
Just a little bit, yes.
Yeah. Is that something you and Brian share? And is that part of what drove you to wanting to write this story as well?
It is. So, yes, Helen has a science background, science communication and science stand-up and things like that, and then has begun writing musicals. Brian, I believe he may have a degree in theoretical physics, but I might be wrong. But he loves science. He works as a science facilitator, helping scientists communicate with normal, lowly people like us, and so they can teach us about their science. So that's his day job. And I've always loved science. I wanted to do a degree in music and science, but back in the day you couldn't do that. So I chose music, but I've written a lot of music about climate change with musical molecules. And I've written things like installations in Antarctic huts, looking at sound installations around the world, things like that.
Amazing.
So yes, there's lots of links there, and Helen just went, I love this story, and introduced her. I love real stories and things that people can connect to. And also with stories about women where they're not being kept in boxes. So often women are in boxes. It's like, these are women scientists, but each of our 5 is a scientist, but they had so many other interests and passions in their own rights. They were not just scientists. So it's lovely to be able to show well-rounded women and the fact they can do loads of different things. They don't just shop in a box.
So I'm going to ask the question, what stage are you at, and what are you hoping for with the future of the show?
So we've just finished a year with the Birmingham Hippodrome's new musical theatre writers group, where we developed a full outline and a few of the scenes and about a third of the songs. They're supporting us for the next year, supporting the show's development and offering dramaturgy and things like that and spaces to work on it, and doing some seed commission funding. And we're also part of the Lincoln University's Innovate Artist schemes this year. So they are looking after us for a year, and I think it's at the very beginning of 2026. They are running a workshop module where they're going to workshop our show as it stands at the time, which will help us work out some of the kinks and work out some bits. And they are performing a huge chunk of it on the 18th of May next year. Which is very exciting. We've also got an upcoming concert in London. I think it's Leading Voices London are doing a show on the 29th of June. It's at the Union Theatre, I think, where they're also having some music performed.
Excellent. Right, so we are doing Time to See This Through. Abby's missing that. Then What We Deserve. Lydia will perform that. And finally, we'll bring the whole cast back to sing Put Out the Fire. There might be a cast, you don't realise this, there could be a small pause before we do that. Okay. Can you set up those songs for us?
Sure, so Time to See This Through happens right near the beginning of the show. So Herth has just met her 4 corridor mates for the first time, hasn't gone completely to plan, and she's kind of psyching herself up and giving herself a pep talk. It's time to see this through. She has been through a lot to get here. She's left her mother and her 7 siblings behind in Portsmouth. She's from Portsmouth, by the way. Forgot to mention that. Helen told me that was important. So sorry. Yeah. Oh, okay, maybe not. Forget
No,
that,
it is.
then.
It is important.
Forget that. And so she's left them behind. She's worked really hard. She's done tutoring to raise money and things like that. She's finally got to Girton. She's wanted this for ages, but now she's thinking, I won't even get a degree at the end of this. Is this really what I want? It's time to see this through. We're then hopping a bit later in the show. What We Deserve is Hertha quite a bit later on. She has been to lectures where actually the men don't want them there. Some of the lecturers don't even want them there. One lecturer walked into a lecture theatre and saw there were just women around and went, seeing as there's nobody here today, I won't be teaching, and walked out. So they've been discriminated against, they're sat at the back of class, they're not allowed to say anything, their work often isn't marked or looked at, things like that. And they just put up with more and more and more. At some point, there's the whispers that there's going to be a vote to allow women to get degrees. And they're like, this is brilliant. Hertha starts collecting signatures, which she's really passionate about. And at some point, she even starts running lectures when this lecturer walks out. At some point, he walks back in, seeing her collecting signatures, and says, what is this? This is ridiculous, and tears them up. She absolutely loses it. She jumps on the table, and she tells them, gives them what for. She says, this is what we deserve, and tells them how it is. Finally, Put Out the Fire is that scene I mentioned earlier. They're at Girton College, they've just seen a haystack fire in a nearby field. They've just improvised, they've torn their skirts off, they've put it out, and it's them going, oh, we've just put out a fire, thank goodness. And Hertha goes, hey guys, I've got a brilliant idea. You know what we need to do now to keep us safe? We need to set up a fire brigade.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much, Jenny.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you so much, Helen and Brian as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so please welcome to the stage Abby.
start a complication, the way is clear. Nothing more important than your education. How can I live up to what I'm given this chance to show exactly how driven I can be? It's all up to me. Though I know I'm my own worst enemy. When I stop to take a step forward, there's a weight that pulls me back. But if I'm moving in the right direction, the law of inertia will keep me on track. No letting up, no letting down. Seconds ticking by, so much I should do. No letting up, no letting down. It's time to see this through. Clocks can be repaired the way my father taught me how, but he left us unprepared. 8 children and a mother still grieving now. Buried in my books, her oldest daughter, she let me go when I know I ought to be there to help, to care. So I swear it's time to see 3 years of work and no degree to show. So much to bear, I know how it could go. Work till I get sick again, go back home and start again. Never feel that feeling again. And what then? Could I dare to dream about who I could be, doing more than's expected of me, in a future where I can break free? When I stop to take a step forward, there's a weight that pulls me back. But if I'm moving in the right direction, the law of inertia will keep me on track. No letting up, no letting down. Seconds ticking by, so much I could do. Every tick should be used, no talk is excused. And everyone has a cost to be spent, and the lost. Don't let up, don't let down, just breathe in. Just breathe out. So much I can do. It's time to see this through.
I can't take it anymore. Treat us like an underclass and say we're hysterical. Give us permission to sit down, shut up and listen. Can't see past your turned up nose, but here we are, working our bloomers off, doing what you ask and do. You say we're incapable, but I'm a fire, I am indestructible. Smother me down and I'll rise again. One day we'll get degrees. Equal work equals equality. One day we'll sit at your high table when we've proven that we're able. Undeterred, we'll keep our nerve until we get what we deserve, what we deserve, what we deserve. I won't take it anymore. Keeping us from lectures, no one teaching us properly. We're on a mission to find our voice and make you listen. Listen! Here we are, we're half the world. Not that it shows boast from how you scoff and sneer at us. Deny us bank accounts and treat us like property. It's ammunition to beat our future politicians. Good morning, Madam Prime Minister. Do you think I'm joking? One day we will be free. Equal votes equals equality. One day we'll choose who joins our table. Men and women proven able. Undeterred we'll keep our nerve until we get what we deserve, what we deserve, what we deserve. And what about you, dearest William? Are you what I deserve? Another man who'll blink and look the other way. Whisper words but never mean the things you say. Another man to write the history women make, then cross our names out like some inconvenient mistake. Give us a break. Take Emily du Châtelet, Marianne Lavoisier, Maria Mitchell, Mary Anning, Ada Lovelace, Anna Atkins, Laura Bassi, Elizabeth Kahn, Caroline Herschel, Sophie Germain, Florence Nightingale, Wangeny, Mary Somerville, Jean Demy. Do you know their names? Are they on these walls? Give me ink and clear the page. I'll write this truth, I'll write this rage. Will they ever get what they deserve? Don't you say it anymore. Leave me hanging here pretending you're radical. Flip your position, scared of me, a little woman. How insecure you are. I thought I knew you, thought that you were on my side. Gave your signature, was that just tactical? To keep me quiet, too bad, I'll start a riot. Ripping you off, I can start again. One day, you'll look to me. Women rising up beyond equality. Yes, now it's my turn to watch you squirm. I hope you get what you deserve, what you deserve, what you deserve, what you deserve, what you deserve. You and you and you. You say be quiet, I must be heard. I'm going to get what I deserve, what I deserve.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm not playing drums tonight. Before our final song, I'd just like to say a few very quick thank yous. Firstly, please thank the stage door and all the staff here for welcoming us. Our production partners, Mayflower Studios and Julianne here at the stage door. We probably ought to thank them, the rest of the ACJ team. Becky is here and Steph is, I don't know where she is. She's somewhere, but she's, they just also, the great thing about tonight, one of the other great things about tonight is, yes, we get to experience all this music live, and it's incredible, but also the wonderful people at City Eye are here filming the entire night. All of our performers, all of our writers get to keep that material. They can use it however they want to use it, which, again, writers, I hope you agree, that's kind of one of the most vital parts of tonight. So that is amazing. Yes, thank you very much, City Eye. Can we also give a massive thank you to Reese, who's been doing all of our sound and lights tonight. A very special thank you from Teddy, but also specifically from me, to Kirsty, who is our amazing production assistant. And then the people on stage. Let's give a massive hand to this guy. This is Jonathan. Thank you for giving me the night off. Cheers for that. And then the wonderful cast that you've been watching. Please make a huge amount of noise for Liberty Buckland, Abby Fancourt, Lesley Hall, and Lydia Shaw. And now, most importantly, the brilliant writers who have so graciously trusted us with their to perform their work tonight. Zorab and Higgins, Tamiko, Dooley and Cathy Farmer, Alice May, and Arney, Mackenwells and Pinnock. please scan the QR codes and complete the survey. That is the last time, I promise. Do you reckon we could get paid more every time I said no? Okay. Finally, his name is Teddy Clements. My name is Kevin Jones. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We will be back here on the 5th of July with 4 more writers all presenting their work. Please do join us then if you can. But for now, please welcome back to the whole cast for Put Out the Fire from the Cambridge First All Ladies Fire Brigade.
Fire brigade.
I just don't think I'm a running towards fire kind of person.
Oh, so you're all happy sitting about in your pretty frocks while Girton goes up in flames around you?
It's an option.
Oh, come on, ladies. This is serious. When the fire starts, when we see that glow, our skirts aren't the worst, we'll lose to the flame. Lives on the line, here on our own, while the men yet again play an easier game. Teach ourselves to climb our own freaking ladder. Ride the pump till water blows. Show all the boys how we handle a hose. Skills on the drills like a coven of witches. Skirts on alert, gonna shove it up their britches.
Sparks fly,
don't be afraid.
embers glow,
Join my crusade.
flame burn.
Fire brigade. Choke down the fear, 'cause we need to know how to
Put out the fire, put out the fire.
Come on, take it higher.
Higher, put out the fire. Before it burns this place to the put out the fire, put out the fire.
We have everything that we require.
Put out the fire. Before it burns this place down to the ground.
It's never been done. Sounds terrifically fun.
We'll be second to none.
Can we do it?
Yes! Yes! Show those boys we're not playing with toys.